we'd be on the... Okay, yeah.
For the tribe.
Is there any way to get around that and up to there? Yeah. Okay. Mortuary, anyone? Disposal of the dead is a greater concern now that routes have been made and your outpost population is growing. In fact, a delay in performing last rites on some recent dead has attracted wolves, threatening the balance of the departing spirits and jeopardizing their path to the other world. To the other world. Okay. The protection of the tribe is at stake. Do you embrace new ways of administering last rites or stick with the old customs? What should be done? So, we could. My screen just went dark for a second for some reason. Um, it's back. Cremate. A fiery ceremony to honor the dead, especially especially our warriors, will give renewed strength to all. This will be ferocious on ferocious on 3 targets for 15 turns. Means we'll have 1 combat strength for 15 turns, and we're gonna try to take out that outpost that just appeared right next to my outpost. So I might go with that. Embalm. Cleansing the bodies will ensure no animals seek the dead and agitate the spirits, and help us learn about our mortal vessels. That'll give us +2 science. Or we could leave. Tradition dictates that the dead be left to the wilds. Maybe the wolves can be tamed to protect the bodies. Maybe. Plus minus 25% on domestication research cost. Let me think for a sec. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one because I think I do want that experience for I want that extra combat strength for my units, though it did say I was stronger technically by one combat strength. But giving that extra combat strength could help at least a little bit. Embalm would just give us flat two more science. I mean, what is this here? Is this that I'm knowledge star? I need 2 more. That would actually push me into the next era, I think. I can't be certain, but I think it does. I'm gonna go embalm. See if that. Yep. New era star unlocked. This is how you advance to the next era. Unlike Civ, which over time just naturally transitions you to the next era, this game, you need a certain amount of era stars to go to the next era. So I unlocked a knowledge star. So I'm now able to move to the next era whenever I want. And another narrative event. Okay. You stand at a crossroads. For many moons, the tribe has trekked the wilderness, slowly, tortuously learning the secrets of the world, how the materials hidden in the deep places and in plain sight might be fashioned to the tribe's advantage, how the beasts and plants of the lands and seas can be most fruitfully harvested, and how myths and stories can glacially but inescapably give power over our greatest enemies. other tribes. Now you must decide in what domain the tribe will truly sharpen its knowledge for the ages to come. Will you be renowned as makers, farmers, or charmers? So makers, only a lack of imagination will limit what we might one day fashion with our hands. This will give, this adds the waddle and daub legacy trait. This is a +1 industry per population on city or outpost. Or we could do farmers. We will study the land and all its riches, and we will never lack for sustenance. This will gain us the plant lore, which will give us +1 food per population on city or outpost. Or storytellers. This would give us we will create myths and spread our renown, our beliefs well beyond our lands. +1 science per population on city or outpost. Science is important. Production is important. I mean, we do automatically already have the +2 science that we just got from the other event. So I'm thinking maybe going with the production, because that would again at least help with the production that we're only getting 8 production from this from our first outpost. um hmm it's difficult, but I think this time I will go makers. I got that +1 production. And here is the era star, or here's the option to enter a new era. Now, you can choose to move to a new era or stay in the Neolithic era, or stay in whatever era you want. Um, you get to decide when you want to move to the next era. Um, it's completely up to you. Sometimes it's advantageous to stay in the era that you're in, because maybe you want to maybe you're getting bonuses, and you're in the middle of a war, and right now it's just you're getting a lot of bonuses and you want to keep them. So you want to remain in the current era until the next era is reached. So you're like, okay, remind me later. So it'll remind you in like 10 turns that, okay, you might want to enter the next era now. Um, I think I'm done with the Neolithic era. I think I'm done with the Neolithic era, so I'm gonna choose to move into the next era. And it looks like I am the first one to enter the ancient era, which is always a good thing, because it means you get the pick of the litter. You get to decide which culture you want to choose. And there's a bunch of them. There are 10. There are 10 cultures. So we'll start with the first one. You got the Assyrians, you got the Babylonians, you got the Egyptians, the Harappans, the Hittites, the Mycenaeans, the Nubians, the Olmecs, the Phoenicians, and the Zhou, or the Zhao. Um So all of these, each of these have a different um, style of play. Like the Assyrians have an expansionist style of play, where you want to focus on expanding your empire. So um, you get traits that focus on expanding your empire, whether that be through war or just claiming more territory. Um, they're or you get like the Babylonians. The Babylonians are a science focused culture. They focus on, they focus on science, so you get science boosts. The Egyptians are production style, or a production focused culture. And with it needing 2 horses and 1 copper, their unique unit, it's going to be a little hard to build. But I kind of like the Egyptians. I played them before. They're pretty cool. I like the production that they give. Same with the Haruppans. The Haruppans have a lot of boosts to farming, and so you'd be able to get a lot of people really quickly. Get a lot of people really quickly out of that. Or you can go the Hittites, which are a militarist civ. So they focus on building militaries, and they have a really good focus on building units and stuff like that. Same with the Mycenaeans, they're also military. And the Nubians, the Nubians and the Phoenicians are gold making, are merchant focus civs. So they focus on merchants, on money making and influence. No, they mainly focus on money, but they can sometimes focus on influence as well. Meanwhile, the Olmecs and the Zhao, um, focus on influence. This is like the culture. They focus on in Civ. This would be like influence can be best compared to culture in Civ. The more influence you have, the more um, influentially dominant you are. The more culturally dominant you are over other civs and provinces, and it will allow you to um, influence the surrounding civs and the surrounding cultures. Like the people will want to be like you. So right now, I mean, I'm not really expanding. I'm not really expanding, so I think the Assyrians are out right now. I could do the Babylonians. I mean, their main thing is focused on science. Um, but the thing is though, is that right now I don't have a lot of food or production. Although this would definitely provide me food at least, and I could build makers quarters to make up for the production. So this trait here, this is the culture specific trait. This will carry over with you to all of the all of the other eras. So +2 science per research technologies on capital. So um no matter which culture you choose in the next eras, this trait of +2 science per research technologies on capital, that carries over. So that stacks on top of all of the other um culture focused or all of the other um cultures you choose in the next eras, along with the astronomy house. Once you build once you move into the next era, you won't be able to build the astronomy house anymore if you choose another civ or choose another culture. But what does happen is this stays and you still get the bonus from it. At least I'm pretty sure. At least I'm fairly confident that that's the case. And then their unique unit is an anti-cavalry unit, and it has good melee, good movement, um, and it needs 1 copper. And I believe we have a copper resource close to us, so I'm gonna choose the Babylonians. I think I'm gonna go with the Babylonians this time around. I mean, I could go in as the Harappans, but I think the Babylonians are the best ones for us right now. So I'm going to choose the Babylonians. And as you can see, my avatar has changed to the Babylonian style clothing. Because that's what I chose to go with. So here we go into the next era.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. This means more than just markets for the Babylonians. It's also the beginning of mathematics, astronomy, and a set of codified laws that I wouldn't want to be caught breaking.
Hold on. Okay. Wow. We've already been going for an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm going to be taking a break in a couple of minutes, just to take a break from the talking and that. So, as a scientific culture, your affinity action is called Collective Minds. Select one of your cities and activate Collective Minds to convert 100% of the city's production and city's industry and money output, as well as surplus food, into science. Collective minds lasts a minimum number of turns, during which it is locked, and after which you can freely disable it. Keep track of what cities are using collective minds at any given time to keep a hold on your empire-wide resource output. Interesting. So now, to move to the next era, we need at least seven era stars. So I want to be focused on the scientist stars. So we need to obtain 6 technologies, current value 0. Scientist cultures like yourself earn more fame from scientist stars. Era stars unlocked this turn would grant 150 fame. Now, 100, just quickly, fame is more like, what's it called? Score, kind of like score victory. In a Civ game, but it's also different than that, because there's a bunch of different things you can get fame with, but you want to have the most by the end of the game.
Let's go! Let's go.
Okay, they just ran away. That's really sad. That's just really sad. But now we can evolve the outpost into a city. And because it's our first city, it is free to implement, so I'm going to do it now. Evolve outpost.
It is not just a bunch of buildings. It is warmth, protection, and, praise the gods, a bit of privacy.
Yeah, that's true. The thing is, though, is I shouldn't have settled it so close. I didn't realize it, but now I know why I shouldn't have settled here, because it's right next to the border. So unless I attach this territory, which I'm probably going to do anyway once I claim it, normally you don't want to do it, because you can't really expand this way then. You can only expand outwards this way. So it kind of sucks, but whatever. See, am I making food? Gaining a population every 8 turns. That's okay. That's good. So right here, I'm gonna make a maker's quarters to increase the production of the city. It's gonna take 8 turns, and you know what? I am going to take a couple of minute break just to relax my voice a bit. I will be coming back, so so stay tuned, everybody. I will be coming back, so just relax a little bit. I'll be back in a few minutes with more Allegius plays. So be right back, everybody. Wow, it be snowing again. Great. I'm back, everybody, and sorry about that. If you heard me there, um, it's kind of snowing outside right now in my area. Did not realize that was happening. Um, when I took the break, it was getting cold in here, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to close the window. So I went over to the window and I'm like, oh great. There's kind of a blizzard going on outside. Well, maybe not a blizzard, but it is snowing. It's snowing again, and for the people who don't know me very well, I don't like snow very much. So, yeah. And just for everybody to know, um I had set the stream to go till 9 o'clock, but something came up and I have to leave by 8:30. Well, I don't like I have to end the stream at 8:30 because my friend needs my help. You know, Sam. She needs my help, so uh, I'm not gonna say what she needs help with. Nothing bad, but just some like housework or something like that. And it's just by the time I finish it, it's gonna be too late to come back on. It's gonna be like past 9 o'clock, so it's all right. I'll just send it at 8:30, and then if you guys like this playthrough, I will come back probably next week and play it more. I just want to see where the okay, there's bronze working. It's after city defense, so I'll go with that. So now we can start unlocking technologies now that we are civilized. Now that we're civilized, we can start actually doing things. No, no, no. Ooh, oh, there's 2 of them. Great. There. All right, guys, how do you want to play this? Oh, shit. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. Uh. Get scared, why don't you then? I know what I'm doing. What is up here? Oh, more cliffs. And like some people say that they don't like the style of the game, but I kind of do. I kind of like it. Yeah, these guys are driving me crazy right now. Don't attack. Well, that was a very, very stupid move. Oh, wow. Okay, there's 3 of them. Oof. Um, yeah. This is gonna be a bit of an issue. Um, can I how far would it be to get back that way? Let's see. Would I be able to hold out? Um, can I get them over here? How fast can I get them over here? 5 turns. Oh god. Ransack. The no. Who? Where? Who? Who's the Cho? Oh, these guys. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything to me. That's not what you're doing to me is not fun. You had to set like for a game that I said for a game that I said the AI doesn't like to forward settle you. I kind of that kind of came back to bite me. Oh god, that kind of really did come back to bite me a little bit. Um, sure. Attack me all you want. Why? Okay. You won't. Okay. What do you? Oh. Okay. I'm kind of confused, but okay. What happened there? Okay. It won't. It won't let me attack. It's not moving. Why? Okay. Okay. Well, that worked. But I gotta see if I can get that other, these guys. Okay. So now continue your journey over this way to help protect us.